Kia ora, hello, and thanks for joining us. I'm Philip Duncan. Well, the weather forecast around New Zealand and parts of Australia at the moment, typically autumnal. A big storm down here in the Southern Ocean, a big high rolling in from the west, and the two combine to make for windy weather and showery weather in some parts of the country. This storm is the main feature. It's affecting Tasmania with strong winds today, and it will move in and just brush the lower part of the South Island and sort of snake its way through the Southern Alps over the next couple of days. So this is how it looks on Friday. There is that storm directly south of New Zealand, 948 hectopascals. That's quite a deep system, and that explains why there's so many isobars all around that system. It's just a lot of low pressure. On the other side, we've got this big high that's starting to expand. That's good news if you want settled weather in Australia, but it is going to add to the winds, those southwest winds that are blowing through. So on Friday, we've got downpours on the west coast. Later on, some showers coming into the western side of the North Island. It's dry for the eastern side and fairly mild with those northwest winds blowing, and it's still windy around Hobart as that southwest wind continues on. This weekend, well, nothing too dramatic going on really. It's kind of typical autumn weather. We've got southwest winds for the most part. They're a bit more westerly down around Stewart Island, but southwesters across Tasmania, the Tasman Sea, and across the North Island. A few showers in the mix. Otherwise, it's fairly dry. There's very little change on Sunday. It's almost exactly the same. A couple of showers in the west, southwest winds blowing through, a couple of showers in the west. So it's the same forecast, sunny though in Sydney and Brisbane. Now look, as we get into next week, that's where we get the change. On Monday, there's this second low down here, 969 hectopascals. That's quite deep as well. And on top of that, you got this big powerful high that's expanding. So between the two, the winds get stronger. You see more of these lines, the isobars. You see more of those. That indicates that the winds are getting stronger. So you'll notice a surge, and that blue line there shows a colder surge. Doesn't look quite as bad as it did yesterday when we looked at this map, but it's still showing wintry weather around the Southern Alps and parts of Southland and Otago. The wind flow, though, not too brutal. It's sort of a west-southwest wind, not as bad as a southerly or even a southeasterly, but you will see a band of rain, maybe a couple of thunderstorms as that moves northwards. And on the other side, same wind flow, southerlies, showers around the eastern side of Australia, but settling down because of that high rolling through. And our final map for Tuesday shows that blue line going all the way up to Wellington and Waiata Upper. That shows that colder airflow coming through, southwesterlies and showers for the North Island. Nothing too dramatic in there, but you will feel that temperature drop. And still a couple of showers over here, but that high, big and strong, slowly moving towards New Zealand. Now before I go, we do have two rain maps for you. One for New Zealand and one for the northern part of Australia where there's a fair bit of rain. The New Zealand map, this covers the next 5 days. So that's from Thursday morning, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday to Tuesday next week. Almost no rain over here in the blue and the green. That's just a couple of showers or a couple of spits spilling over. Pretty dry also in these areas, although some parts of Canterbury might get into the 10 to 15 millimetres over the next 5 days. That's not very much, but it's a little bit. The bulk of that rain over here on the west coast, where there could be 125, even 150 millimetres down towards Fiordland. That's a lot of rain over the next 5 days, but up here around Westport, Greymouth, about half that amount, or even less than half, about a third, around 50 millimetres for you. And the other map is for northern parts of Australia. So if you're heading over to Cairns or anything like that, 100 millimetres or so of rain coming in between this area. So pretty wet stuff around that northeastern side, I should say, of Australia. And that is all from me. We'll see you again on Friday with our next update across New Zealand for the long weekend with Anzac.